Hello and welcome to Rules and Rulings, a channel dedicated to helping you be judge, jury, but hopefully not executioner of your D&D 5e games. Today we're looking at the Charisma Caster that boasts the potential for unlimited power. That's right, we're looking at the Coffeelock.
The Coffeelock is a multiclass build with at least 2 levels in Sorcerer for flexible casting, and 2 levels in Warlock for packed magic spell slots. Flexible casting allows the Coffeelock to turn their packed magic slots into sorcery points, and then turn those into temporary spell slots. Importantly, these spell slots disappear when the Coffeelock completes a long rest, but since they get more Warlock slots during a short rest, they're going to skip the long rest and just have a coffee break instead.
So the Coffeelock can just keep taking short rests instead of long rests, and get infinite spell slots. That's kind of cool. But does it work?
Well, yes and no. Crawford tweeted early on that this interaction is fair game. Spell slots are not gated according to the class that grants them. However, he has also tweeted a potential reading of the rules to prevent what he calls an abuse of this interaction. So it seems that infinite spell slots are not intended.
We do have some more rule we can consider when looking at this interaction, though. Xanathar's guide introduces penalties for skipping long rests in the form of an increasingly difficult save against exhaustion.
So if you don't want to tell your players no, what can you do? You can fix what's broken. Crawford suggests incompatibility as an option, which is problematic if you want to allow shared spell slots in other contexts, such as Paladin Smites. Then there's the Xanathar's option, which leads to the rise of Cokelocks, who use Greater Restoration to ignore the exhaustion. Moving on to house rules and homebrew fixes, you could use an aggressive form of Xanathar's rule. Force a save during every short rest instead of every 24 hours. Put more attacks on them, even the Diamond Dust Sniffers. You could put a limit on spell slots created by flexible casting. Maybe you can't hold more slots than you would have had after a long rest. Maybe the slots only last 12 hours. You could put a limit on short rests. Maybe you could only take 2 of them in a 24-hour period. Maybe there's a hard limit on the number you can take before you have to take a long rest anyway, even if you don't need to sleep. Resting and sleep aren't 100% the same thing, or any other options you can think of. So that's the Coffeelock. What's your verdict? Let me know in the comments what your ruling is on the Coffeelock, and tell me if I missed something that you think's important.